Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Real quick, I want to say my heater is on, so you guys may hear my heater a little bit. I live in the north, so right now it's pretty cold out, so I'm just going to leave it running. I did a few test videos and I didn't hear it, but if you hear it, if you hear sound, that's what it is. So anyway, moving forward, I'm sorry for the delay in my videos, but with college and work and just life in general, it's been kind of hard to just get videos out. I think in the future, I'm going to just, on the weekends, I'm going to record a bunch of videos, and then I'll just post them throughout the week, maybe, to try and combat it. But with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for all the support on my videos. My last three in particular have done so much better than like my first 10. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all my subscribers, all the guys watching my videos, or gals. Just thanks so much. So with all that out of the way, let's move to what's important. And that's talking about Supercross. So what's been happening? Obviously, I've missed the past 3 rounds because Houston 3, I think, was my last video. So yeah, Roxon got the sweep in Indy. I would have loved to make videos on that because Roxon's my favorite rider, but of course it didn't pan out like that. But Roxon got the sweep. It looked awesome all throughout Indy. He looked so silky smooth, especially in the first 2 rounds. The third one, you could tell he kind of it was a little rougher on him. I think Eli and Cooper was definitely faster than him, I think, late in the main. But it was just, you know, he couldn't get it done. So, you know, it's good for Ken. Moving forward to the Colt Craig scenario in Indy 3, Colt went down in the first lap pretty hard. I saw it and I was like, oh man, I hope he gets up. You know, he did. He came back and got a podium. That put Craig back into the talk. We saw Craig take first that race, and I think the gap's now 6 going into tonight's race in Orlando. So I think for Christian Craig to win, I think this is what needs to happen. He needs to get a win tonight, obviously, with like a 4th, 5th, 6th place for Nichols, which is going to be hard given the field. The field's so... It doesn't have the depth like the 450 class, you know. There's so many 250 riders that are hurt. Moisman, Forkner, I'm having a brain fart right now, but there's so many riders, or Hampshire, there's so many riders that are out that are top contenders, so getting 5th and 6th place finishes from someone as elite as Colt Nichols is going to be pretty hard. So Craig needs something to happen tonight. You know, he needs to win, and he needs something to happen with Colt. You know, maybe he gets held up, he goes down or something, gets up, gets held up by lapped riders. I don't wish anything upon him. I'm just, giving a scenario here. And then Colt needs to manage. He needs to go into the East-West Showdown with either a tie or, maybe a few points, like a point or 2 down from Colt and get the win in Las Vegas. So, a lot can happen. We're not going to know, obviously. I think we'll know tonight what's going to happen, but we won't officially know until Vegas, so obviously. So moving to the 450 class, tonight we see the return of Shane McElrath and Tyler Bowers. Yikes. I like Bowers, but man, his history, him and Webb, oh my gosh, back in the 250s. But, so, I'm excited, it's just adding more depth to an already packed 450 class, which is awesome. I love that. So, and the LCQs are going to start getting pretty interesting. That's all I got to say. Everybody... In years past, you kind of sleep on that race, the LCQs, unless you might get a rider, Ken Roxon or Justin Brayton, Eli, you might see in there if something, detrimental happens. But for the most part, it was kind of always been a boring race, I think, in my opinion. But now, with the class as stacked as it is, you almost always see at least 2 riders in there that you can point out and go, hey, I know them. So, so what do I expect to happen tonight? I think Webb is going to take the win. He looked good in qualifying. He was first, and then AC passed him by like 0.6 of a second. I think AC put down a 50-11 or something, I forget, or 57-11, and Cooper put down a 57-17 or something. I can't remember what the lap times were, but they were very close. Cooper looked comfortable. He trains in Florida at the Baker factory, so I mean, or Baker's factory. So I mean, it's I just think, I mean, AC trains there too. I think I don't know. They both look good. Cooper, just AC always has something going the main. You know, he starts to fade early, or fade late. I mean, I don't know. I would love to see Adam get a win, but it just seems like something always happens with the guy. But I think Webb's gonna win tonight. I think. I hope to see Ken at least podium. The second practice, I don't know if he just wasn't going as hard or something. I don't know, but he just kind of looked like he was trying. He was having a tough time finding a flow. So I don't know exactly what's gonna go on with Ken, or I didn't really get a good look at Ken or Eli. So, but I think for sure we're gonna see Cooper win tonight, in my opinion. I hope Ken wins, obviously, but I don't know. Cooper just looked good. So, yeah. Moving. I want to go back to the 250s real quick and talk about Shimoda, because if anybody's gonna get Rider of the Year for the lights division, I think it should be Shimoda. Shimoda's just been. I know that the class depth is. Sorry, I just got a notification. I know the class depth is not, you know, what it usually is, but Shimoda's just been really impressing me. You know, he's, especially in that one race, I think it was Indy 2? I don't know, it was a heat race. I can't remember which one it was, but he was in a heat race, and he looked faster than Lawrence and Craig? Was it Craig? I don't know. Maybe it was Oldenburg. I don't know who it was, but he looked so much faster. Like, I saw him go through the whoops. He hit somebody and went down in that race, and Lawrence won. But I can't remember which one it was. But he looks so fast in that. So I mean, Shimoda just, it's almost as if every single race he gets so much better, and you can visibly tell. You know, you go back even fast, you know, rewind to last year, Shimoda was just someone who I don't, you know, you didn't expect anything out of him. Now it's kind of getting to the point where you're like, hey, you know, Shimoda's out of the top 5. He's starting to make a name for himself, and I'm kind of liking that. You know, he's a very humble guy. He was up on the podium that one race where all the shenanigans went down, you know, with Jet and Craig, which I won't even talk about that. I think everybody already knows kind of my opinion on that. But, you know, he stood up there and said, this isn't my podium. I didn't get this. I should be in 5th place. This isn't mine. So, and then it came out a week later, and or 2 weeks later, whichever one it was, and came out and got a podium. So that took seconds. So, you know, I'm really surprised with Shimoda. So just kind of looking into the future of the channel, gotta get a channel update going on here. I want to make a video on how to go through the whoops on MX bikes, because it's something I had such trouble with in the beginning and was just really frustrating. So I want to make a video on that, along with a whip video on MX bikes, just something, you know, whip scrub video, just something fun. And I want to start doing track videos again, you know, taking laps around tracks that are fresh, like all the brand new Supercross tracks. So I want to do all that. I actually already have a video half edited and recorded of MX on MX vs ATV Unleashed. So I'm gonna do a short mini series on that game, because that game was just, oh my gosh, it was on sale for like $2.99 on Steam, and it just, I saw it and didn't even know it was on Steam. It was like, I have to have it. So everybody loves that game. That game's so, I was playing it, I was having so much fun. The soundtrack's so amazing on that game. You know, I'm not even worried about getting copyrighted. I'm letting that soundtrack play, man. That soundtrack's so just absolute fire. But with all this being said, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into my videos. Just thanks for all the support. With that, we'll see what happens in Orlando tonight, and I'll be back with you guys in the next video to talk about it. Peace.